Welcome to the Pokemon League. It is time to challenge the Elite Four. Head over to the left. You probably want to do so because this is where you can heal, switch out Pokemon, use the Pokemart. It's a very small Poké Center, and I guess it would be. Nurse Joy got to be bored out of her mind here. Because she probably only sees a trainer once in a blue moon. Okay, I'll heal your Pokemon. Please come back. Without further ado, make sure your team is perfect, and for whatever reason, if you had an HM slave of any sort on your team, now would be the time to ditch it. Your team should be level 45. I have 2 Pokemon that don't even reach that. But you want to be at least 45. 48 is about the level of the Elite Four, and that's a good area to be in. I'm going to restock. Yeah, it only took me 9 Pokeballs to catch that. I always like having a 100 Pokeball stock. So, Elite Four. What can you expect? This Elite Four is a little bit different than past Elite Fours. For one, you only have to fight 4 trainers because the champion, there's some stuff that's storyline related to that actually changes things. So each Elite Four member only has 4 Pokemon, unlike past games where they have 5. I always have held a policy of 30 Hyper Potions, 30 Revives, and somewhere around that ballpark for full restores. Full restores, you only need about 15 of them. They're more expensive, and it would make sense to have only less of them. They're only decent in case you have a status effect. So make sure you're stocked up on healing items. If you have a team that's at least 45, which if you fought all the trainers in this game, as you can see, I'm at that level, and I haven't done any extra training or level grinding of any sort for that matter. So you should be fine. If you want to do some extra training, you could always go back and fight wild Pokemon. I feel like preparations are kind of short for this Elite Four because I'm not going back to train. I figure, well, I'm going to use my dinky team because I enjoyed fighting Heart Gold Soul Silver's Elite Four with level 40s. It made for a very interesting challenge indeed. So, when you're ready, save. And you might want to be careful saving once you enter the Elite Four. Remember, once you enter, you cannot leave unless you lose. So, make sure you are prepared in that aspect. And then when you are ready, we can talk to this guy. It's time to enter the Elite Four. Once you enter, there is no going back. Alright, if you aren't listening to the guy's speech, you may be wondering, what do I do? There is 4 rooms you can enter, and you can fight the Elite Four in any order. I'm just going to kind of go down the line. I'm going to start with the left, hit the left, bottom right, top right. And that is all there is to the Elite Four. Alright, first up on the roster. A very eerie and intriguing welcome to the Elite Four. Greetings. The first of the Elite Four, Shauntal, a Ghost-type user. Let us begin. The first of the Elite Four, Shauntal, specializes in Ghost types and starts out with Kafargagaga. I have no idea how to say that, and I really have no interest in figuring out how to say it. I just realized I actually have the wrong Pokemon on the field. So, we are going to make a switch. Level 48 Ghost type with the Mummy ability. Its moves are Will-O-Wisp, Grass Knot, Psychic, and Shadow Ball. This might actually be problematic because I kind of didn't plan on having to make that switch. Nevertheless, this is the first of her team, although all of her team is level 48 except for her final Pokemon, which is level 50. And that is how the entire Elite Four operates. So, the Elite Four only using 4 Pokemon kind of takes a lot of the stress off of it. It doesn't feel like this is necessarily a challenging Elite Four. I think they were going more for show rather than actual difficulty. Each of the Elite Four members is holding 2 full restores, so you should be prepared for that. Next up on the roster is Jellicent. It's a Water Ghost type level 48. It is actually highly Water type oriented. Cursed Body is its ability, Energy Ball, Brine, Surf, and Shadow Ball is the moveset. As I mentioned, it's a very Water type oriented Pokemon. No, it does have Shadow Ball. A good Grass type move is probably the best way to go, especially if you started off with Snivy / Serperior. Shadow Ball will probably leave a little bit of a hurt, but I'm going to Giga Drain some of that back. So yeah, I really do love this Elite Four. Not necessarily the Elite Four themselves, just the layout. I actually think most of the Elite Four is rather creepy. Shauntal, Grimsley, and Marshall are 3 of them, and they all creep me out to no end. But I like the layout of the Elite Four. I just wish they would have used 5 Pokemon apiece. If they did that, I think they would have nailed this Elite Four. Next up on the roster is Chandelure. I am leech seeding it because I cannot afford to let this thing get too powerful. Chandelure is the main Pokemon that she uses. It's level 50 Ghost Fire type. Ooh, that's gonna KO. Payback, Fire Blast, Psychic, and Shadow Ball is the moveset. This thing is so powerful that it hurts. Flame Body's the ability, so be careful of that. I'm worried because I honestly don't know if I have what I need to take this thing out. Why did I use Stomp there? Because I was thinking Flinch, and that was stupid. I couldn't afford to make that mistake, and I just did. Fire Blast! Man, is that thing powerful! This is actually very worrying. Despite its look, Chandelure does not have the Levitate ability, so you can hit it with Ground-type moves, which might be the way to go, but I might Crunch it instead. That's granted I could survive Fire Blast. This thing does not mess around. Oh my goodness. Ugh. It pains me to watch. I wish I had, Quick Claw on this thing, because I know I can survive 1 Shadow Ball, with that. But I'm not going to be able to KO. This is worrying me. I might not be able to beat this. If that's the case, then I might be doomed. Oops, there's my finger. I wonder if Sturdy will re-register if I'm fully healed. I don't know if it does that, though. We'll find out. If not, I can just stall each seed. But it actually has... Oh, snap, it has 2 full restores. Okay, I'm doomed. Maybe? Maybe not. If it uses, whatchamacallit, I'm good for another survival of attacks. Yeah, full restore. Alright, well this is interesting indeed. I am not sure how this is going to turn out. But it certainly makes for an interesting challenge. I always do love taking the Elite Four on with low team. Having 6 Pokemon makes your Pokemon overall weaker, but like I said, you do have that advantage of having the 6 Pokemon. That's gonna KO. Oh, I lived. Okay, we win. We win. I cannot lose now. Thank goodness. I was getting worried there. Last up on the roster is Gorelick. Aqua Tail. Doesn't that hit first? No, it doesn't. I'm thinking of Aqua Jet. I prefer Waterfall. No! Stop! Giga, something or other, is last on the roster. I'm doing this. I'm not sure how this will work out, but I'm interested. Gorelick is level 48 Ground Ghost type. The Iron Fist ability with the moves Curse, Earthquake, Brick Break, and Shadow Ball. I'm immune to 2 of those moves, so Shadow Punch is the only thing I have to deal with. Yeah, let's see how this works out. Oh, snap, I just realized I'm not immune to Earthquake. I hate when I say things and don't realize my own stupidity. Alright, well, in that case, Skarmory can actually stall this out. I'm going to heal up Marissa just in case I need it, but Skarmory should be able to outstall, because Skarmory is the best and most awesome physical wall in the world. Oh, how I love Skarmory. And Curse is actually going to be the 50% health drop, and it's also going to really hammer me. Epilogue time! Ah, 4-store. Ooh, that's bad. I thought it wouldn't use a 4-store and I can make the KO, but I was wrong. Well, in that case, I have to switch back to Marissa. It's not going to use Earthquake, and it will probably go for the Shadow Punch, but I'm not sure. If it goes for Brick Break, I'm in a lot of trouble. This is so going to be ugly. I hope I'm faster, but I know I'm not. Oh my goodness. Why is Marissa so slow? This is way too close for comfort. Yeah. I expected this battle to be a little bit shorter. I certainly was not prepared. Even though the Elite Four does only have 4 Pokemon apiece, do not underestimate them. They are quite strong. Critical hit. That is so wrong on so many levels. Please curse. Ugh. I have to be careful. I can't risk a critical hit whiting me out. Or blacking me out, whatever it is. This is just ugly. Use Shadow Punch. It doesn't do anything to me. I can stall this match out as long as I need to, so I will win. It's just a matter of how long is it going to take for me to win. Okay, we're gonna try a fly. Because I realize that Brick Break drops my flying type, and that's killing me. Alright, I'm risking accuracy. Oh, thank goodness, that was way too close for comfort. I'm actually very cautious to save right now, but I am going to save because I do have rare candies and I can get myself through this in an emergency. So she will say her lines and you can teleport back to the entrance. Take this time to heal up your party and save, and then we will continue to the next battle which is in the top left.